Hello, grade 4. How are you today? Now we take compare fraction using benchmarks. We use a benchmark to compare fraction. We can use half as a benchmark to compare fractions. Half is a midpoint on the number line. Okay, half the midpoint on the number line. Here to compare 5/8 and half. Okay, we draw strips like this. Here whole, and here we divide the pinch in the first two parts. Okay, and the second we divide it into 8 parts. Okay, we should the first fraction is half, we should half, and we should 5/8 till here, 1 2 3 4 5 here. Which is big now, half or 5/8? Okay, which is big on the benchmark, half or 5/8? 5/8 is more here, 5/8 here is more than half. Okay, here to compare 5/12 and 9/10. Okay, to benchmark we should compare in the first 5/12 to half and compare 9/10 to half. We use a number line like this, divide the number line into 12 parts, 12 equal parts, 12 equal parts. We divide the number line into 12 parts, into 12 equal parts. Okay, the midpoint on the number line here is half, here 6/12. 5/12 more or less 6/12 is less than 6/12 or half. Okay, half is the simplest form from 6/12. Step 2, compare 9/10 to half. Okay, here half is a midpoint on the number line, and divide the number line into 10 part for this denominator. 10 part equal, here where is the midpoint on the number line? 5/10 is half. 5/10 is a midpoint, and 9/10 more or less, yes, is more than half, more than half. So 5/12 less than half, and 9/10 bigger than or more than half. Okay, 5/12 less than half and 9/12 more than half. So 5/12 less than 9/10. Here, compare 2/5 and 8. In the first, we draw two number lines, divide the first into 5 parts and the second into 8 parts. The first, here, where is the midpoint here? Where is the midpoint here? And the second number line, where is the midpoint here? 4/8. 4/8. 2/5 less or more have, less or more have less. Okay, if you draw like here, 2 parts, and 1/8 here, which is near to have, which is near to have? 2/5. So 2/5 more than 8. To check your answers, you can make butterfly like this, from down to up. 8 times 2 equal, we write up 16, and 5 times 1 equal 5. Which is big, 16 or 5? 16, this is bigger. Okay, okay, we can do it. Here, from down to up, 8 butterfly or scissors way. 8 times 2 equal 16, we write 16 up. Okay, and 5 times 1 equal 5. Okay, here, half or 4/6? which is big, half or 4 over 6? If I draw the number line, two number line, half and 4 over 6, which is big? 4 over 6 is more than half, is more than half. 4 over 6 after the midpoint. 3/10 or half, which is big? Half is big, yes, because 3 over 10 before the midpoint. The midpoint of 10th parts is 5. 11 over 12 or 4/8, which is big? Yes, 11 over 12. 11 over 12 after the midpoint, after the midpoint, okay, after the midpoint. 5/8 or 2/5. Here 5/8 is bigger than 5/8 after the midpoints, okay. The midpoints of 8th part is 4 over 8. It will be 5/8. To check your answer, you can make butterfly way. Here 6 times 1, 6, we write up, and 2 times 4, 8, this is bigger. And 2 times 3, 6, 10 times 1, 10, this is bigger. Here, back to here, 8 times 2, 16, and 5 times 1, 5, 16 is bigger. From down to up, 88 and 48, which is big? 88. 25 or 16? 25. All of you open your book, lesson 6. Here you can draw the number line 4/12 or 4/6, which is big? 4/12 or 4/6? Okay, yes, 4 over 6 is bigger because 4 over 6 after the midpoint and 4 over 12 before the midpoint. The midpoint of 12 parts is 6 over 12. Okay, the midpoint here, this is bigger than 2/8 or half, which is big. To check your answer, you can here before the midpoint, okay, and here on the midpoint half, it will be half is big. Here 3/5 and 3 over 3. 3 over 3 equal what? Equal 1. 1 is bigger than any fraction. Its denominator smaller than its numerator smaller than denominator. Its numerator smaller than denominator. Okay, 1 is big. 7 over 8 or 5/10. 7/8 and 5/10. Here 7/8. 7 is after the midpoint of 8 or half distance, okay, and 5 over 10, 5 on the midpoint or at the midpoint of which is big? 7 over 8, okay. Here 9 over 12 or third, 9 over 12 or third. Here which is big? Yes, 9 over 12 after the midpoint, 9 over 12, and 1 before the midpoint. 4/6 and 7/8. 7/8 is bigger, so because 7 is after the midpoint of 8. Here 2/4 or 2/3, 2/4 or 2/3, same numerator, small number down, give me more fraction. Okay, small number down, give me big fraction. 3/5 or quarter? 3/5. 6 over 10 or 2/5. If I make butterfly, here 30 and here 20, it will be 6 over 10. 8 or 2 over 10, which is big? Yes, 2 over 10. 2/3 or 5 over 12. Here, if I to check your answer, make butterfly or scissor way. 12, 24, and 3 times 5, 15. It will be 2/3 is more. Erika ran 3/8 mile. Maria ran 3/4 mile. Who ran more? Okay, Maria. Maria 3/4. Here before midpoint. Here after midpoint. Here, Colors finished third of his art project on Monday. Taylor finished half of his art project on Monday. Who finished more? Who finished more? Third or half? Which is big? Yes, half is big. Taylor is finished more.